African father in America. Tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze. Tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze. African father in America. Tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze.
You are listening to African Father in America podcast by Simon Javan Okelo, live from Seattle, Washington, USA.
Greetings, beautiful people. My name is Simon Javan Okelo. I am excited to be here with you for another amazing conversation. And today we are going to be talking about the importance of teamwork. This is the African Father in America podcast, and we are broadcasting live and direct on Clubhouse, which is a social audio app, and also here on YouTube. And today we are going to discuss the importance of teamwork, why teamwork is inevitable. And we are going to discuss this topic, but guided by an amazing proverb from Madagascar. And this proverb from Madagascar says, cross the river in a crowd and the crocodile won't eat you. I just want you to think about that for just one moment. Cross the river in a crowd and the crocodile won't eat you. So when you think about this proverb, it reminds me of a number of things that we have to learn today around this topic of why teamwork is inevitable. Number one, building a successful business is hard work. It takes a lot of dedication and time and effort. Not only is it difficult to build a successful business, but also it's incredibly difficult to keep that success for the long haul, and the key to building longevity for your business is building a strong team. There's no business or organization anywhere in the world that survives without a strong team. No one individual can do it on their own. So today we are going to learn 5 things that we can all take away from our conversation today that are guided by an amazing African proverb from Madagascar. And African proverbs are really special because the lessons they give us are beyond what we learn in school. African proverbs give us wisdom, things that we don't typically interact with on our day-to-day business. And so today we are going to first, before we continue, I just want to quickly give a shout out to M. Jewel, who is joining us live here on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate that. And also for the sake of our audience members who are on Clubhouse, I am going to pin the link to the live stream on YouTube at the top of the Clubhouse room so that you can all join us there. But today we are discussing a beautiful proverb that comes with 5 lessons for us to share today. And this proverb is from Madagascar. I am going to share what it means in just a moment. The proverb says that cross the river in a crowd and the crocodile won't eat you. When you imagine that, crossing a river, especially for those of us who have lived in Africa, where sometimes you literally have to cross the river on foot. There are rivers that you cannot swim across. You have to walk across them. But there are rivers that have bridges that, luckily you can walk on top of that bridge to whatever destination you are heading to. But in this case, we are talking about a river that has no bridge, and you have to walk across that river. Imagine how lonely it would be if you have to walk across that river by yourself. Imagine how dangerous it would be if you had to walk across that river by yourself. So this proverb is teaching us that cross the river in a crowd. Do not cross it by yourself. and the crocodile won't eat you. Crocodile is a very brave animal. Brave animal. Recently I was watching a Vice documentary about the crocodile hunters in southern Ethiopia and northern Kenya, crocodile hunters in Lake Turkana. I lived in Malawi for a number of years as well, and I met crocodile hunters in Lake Malawi as well. And crocodile hunters also don't even hunt on their own. They hunt in groups. So this proverb is very, very accurate and timely. But the following 5 are going to be the lessons that we are going to learn from our interaction with this proverb today. Before I share that, I do want to just take a minute and ping in a few people into the Clubhouse discussion that we are having, so that we can just grow the village, the number of people who are currently here with us. But also I want to encourage you, if you are watching this later on Clubhouse, listening to it on Clubhouse, listening to it across all the other podcasting platforms, I want you to remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is AFIA Podcast by Simon Javan Okelo, and that's one way you can support, just by subscribing to the YouTube channel. And if you're watching this video, I also want to urge you to leave your comment and give this video a thumbs up there on YouTube, because that's one way that allows YouTube to notify you the next time that we are having this amazing conversation. And thank you again to everyone who has already joined us here on Clubhouse. I highly urge you to ping in 5 people. If you do the same thing I'm doing right now, which is pinging in people to join us for this room, I would really, really appreciate it. Just take a minute and do exactly what I'm doing by going to your sharing button on Clubhouse and pinging in 5 to 3 people. Now back to our topic of conversation today. We are taking a journey to Madagascar, and we are talking about this amazing proverb that says, cross the river in a crowd and the crocodile will not eat you. And there are 5 things that I would love for us to learn from this proverb. And earlier I was saying that many times in any organization, you cannot do all the work by yourself. Otherwise, your organization or your business is going to stay the same. It's going to stay as small as you started it. And so these 5 lessons are going to help us understand why it's important for us to build healthy and strong teams for our businesses, our organizations, our brands, our events, our podcasts. Number 1 is teamwork is the key to success. Without a strong team, your chances of being successful in whatever endeavor that you undertake are very limited. Number 2, the benefits of teamwork are endless. For example, there are people that I worked with in South Sudan. I see that Census is here in the room on Clubhouse with us. There are people that I worked with in South Sudan over 10 years ago now, and from time to time I still hear from them. They reach out to me on LinkedIn, and sometimes I also reach out to them, and so the benefits of working with these amazing individuals over 10 years ago is still something that I can still tap into today. And the 3rd lesson that I want us to take away is that you can't do everything by yourself. Everybody always needs help. Even the smartest, the most wise, the most diligent, everybody needs help. Even Putin, President Putin of Russia, needs help to do everything he's doing in Ukraine right now. Even the Dalai Lama needs help to do some of the work that he does. And even Jesus needed the 12 disciples in order for him to have the impact that he had in the world, and he continues to have the impact that he had in the world at that time through all Christians that still believe in him, just because he was able to seek help. He realized that to be on this mission of saving people, I have to find 12 strong men and develop them so that they can become my disciples. And then number 4, some people have more expertise than others and should be used in that capacity, and that allows them to become professionals, become even better at what they do, and eventually that benefits your company, that benefits your community, that benefits your organization, and that also benefits your family, because teamwork can also be performed at the family level, where mom does this, dad does that, children do that, and sometimes uncles and aunties are also involved in making things happen. So it's all something that involves the village. Teamwork involves the entire village. And finally, number 5 is that you'll create an environment where everyone has a voice, which fosters innovation. And that is also when you begin to thrive as an organization, as a company, as a family, as an institution, as a brand. The moment that you create an environment where everyone has a voice, then you start seeing transformation happening for your organization. So welcome again. I'm really grateful to you, Steve and Stella, for all the work that you continue putting into this effort with the African Father in America podcast, with One Vibe Africa, with One Vibe Media. I am grateful to have people like you on my team, and Sensors and Eric. I can't wait to hear your perspectives. Roger, if you have time, join us today. I haven't heard your voice in a long time. And Laron, if you have a moment, please join us as well. And also, I see we have Olua Segun Ayo. Join us as well if you have a moment. We want to hear your voices. Let's work as a team and demonstrate during our session today for the next about 47 minutes, what it means to build an indomitable team and why teamwork is inevitable. So Steve, share with us where you're joining us from briefly, and also share with us, what today's proverb, cross the river in a crowd and the crocodile won't eat you. Share with us what that means to you, and also just any comments about teamwork. Why is teamwork important to you? Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for the invite, Simon. Steven joining from Kisumu, Kenya. And this is a good proverb. And to me, this proverb is similar to the Swahili saying that it was kidole kimoja akivunji chao. And it just reminds us on the strength and power of teamwork. You can move faster while alone, but you can move further as a team. So it is important for us to work as a team if we want to achieve greater goals and greater things. If you want to go a long way, it's best for us to work as a team and to move as a team in every endeavor that we are trying to achieve. The same says reminds me also of our national anthem, Umoja ni nguvu. Unity is strength. So that is all I can say and add on to this proverb. And just to echo more that it is a good proverb, and there is no greater way of achieving milestone than working in team. Asante sana Simon.
Wonderful, wonderful, Steve. Thank you very much. I love, your perspectives as well, and I also see that on YouTube right now, M. Joel is commenting. Beautiful comment there, by the way. M. Joel is saying that cross the river in a crowd, and the crocodile will not bite you. Meaning, don't go it alone. Don't go it alone. That's the theme of our conversation today. Welcome, Festers. Here in the Daily African Proverbs, in the African Father in America Club, we learn and we dissect African proverbs every day, Monday to Friday. We pick a fresh African proverb, and also we list lessons that we can learn from these proverbs and apply it in our lives, in our businesses, in our organizations. So I hope that you're taking notes and you're learning something from our conversation today. Take a minute and follow and subscribe to my YouTube channel. The link is right at the top of the Clubhouse room. And also, if you are already following my YouTube channel, please share the link to my channel with your community members. Make sure you let one more or two more people know that you are here today, and also leave a comment in the YouTube chat, and finally make sure you push the thumbs up button on this particular video so that YouTube notifies you when we post similar videos in the future. Now I want to move on to Stella. Thank you again for your consistency and for your support with the show, and also everything that you're doing to help me make this happen. Share with me what you think when you hear this proverb from Madagascar: cross the river in a crowd and the crocodile won't eat you. What comes to your mind when you hear this tale? Oh, Stella, I think your audio is low today for some reason, so take your time. I can come back to you in just a moment. Okay? And I see Eric. Stella, try again. Let's see if we will be able to hear you. Yeah, it's very low. Maybe you get out of Clubhouse and then come back again. Get out and come back again. And I just want to welcome you all. Johnny, welcome again. We are continuing on with this daily routine where we dissect African proverbs and gain wisdom from them. But particularly today we are talking about why teamwork is inevitable, why we should all embrace building strong and healthy teams so that our businesses and our ideas can outlive us. So I want to come to you, Sensors. Share with me what you think about today's proverb, where you're joining us from, and any comments that you have in regards to leadership.
Hi, Simon. Can you hear me?
I hear you very well. Thank you so much.
Okay, all right. Great to see you all. Hi, Steve, Stella, and Eric, and all those who are listening. Teamwork. Teamwork is, I think, very essential to our operation as people, because it also means we are working together. And in this new era that requires us bringing in different ideas, different input to make projects successful, it's important that we have a teamwork culture. And some of the points that I bring in is also that through teamwork, with teamwork, it means you are collaborating. It also means you're integrating, you're collaborating, you're integrating ideas. It also means you are stronger, or the projects you're working on are stronger. And they are stronger because you have different insights from diverse groups, and these different insights help strengthen aspects of the project, and it also helps inform who are those most affected, most impacted. What are the type of changes or work needed for specific groups? And all of this can really only be achieved when you work as a team. So that process is really important for any type of organization, any type of company. It also requires that you think beyond. You don't work from a top-down approach, but rather a horizontal approach that gives everyone some kind of input in the room before you go and break down and analyze the best solution. This is a way of maintaining progress in your organization, in your projects, because when your team members are involved in the decision making and in the planning, they are more encouraged to work in it and make it succeed. It also gives them ownership that they were part of creating it. So how do each of them make that process work? And that's what I can add to teamwork. Now, regarding your proverb, which is that, can you quickly repeat it? I
It
can't see it
says,
clearly.
yeah, it says, cross the river in a crowd and the crocodile won't eat you.
Yes, because the crocodile will be so cross the river in a crowd and the crocodile won't eat you. You are less likely to die when you do things together than doing it alone. Death is death seems harsh, but you know, you are more likely to succeed when you do your work together than doing it alone, because first off, you blind your enemy. Second off, you're stronger, and you're able to create a force. And so, if you look at water, when there are more people in it, there is a force that you're able to put in it and waves that you're able to push in it, versus when there is one. And then it also deters the crocodile from a specific target. The crocodile becomes confused. So it's a way of confusing the enemy and a way of maintaining your mission. So I hope this was helpful. This is Sense as I'm complete.
Yes, it was definitely helpful, and it reminded me of how the wild beasts cross River Mara every year and how they cross in groups. You never see a single wild beast crossing. This is actually one of the wonders of the world. For those who are hearing about the wild beast crossing the Mara River, many tourists, millions of people visit that same spot every year. But the epic part of it is around August and September, when there are hundreds of thousands of wild beasts that cross the river. And in that river, you have crocodiles trying to grab them. You have lions trying to grab them. It's completely unbelievable, and they use this same strategy. So it's just incredible to be reminded about that by your share. And also, I sense as you have a lot of expertise when it comes to wildlife conservation and that kind of stuff. And I feel that we lose our wildlife and we are not able to observe the patterns of nature, we also lose some of these lessons, and I feel that as we lose nature, we lose the connection to animals and the lessons we could learn from their behavior. We are also losing our culture, because these proverbs will become a mystery when we can't see some of the images and the moments in real life that can help us understand them. this proverb is probably going to be harder for someone who has never either watched a video of how such a thing could happen or been to a place where such a thing could happen. And so, I'm just happy that we're able to record it, but I wish more people had an opportunity to interact with these kind of things in nature. So thank you again, Sensors, and thank you to everyone who is watching on YouTube. And now I want to continue on with our speakers here on Clubhouse. Eric, I've missed you. I haven't seen you in a little while. I hope everything is fine. Share with us where you are joining us from, how you are doing, what today's proverb means to you, and also any commentary about leadership, because you are an incredible leader, but also the importance of teamwork. Why is teamwork is inevitable and also is the key to success of any organization. Good morning, Eric. Your voice is really low today. I wonder if you could just get closer to your microphone.
No, I am. I don't know what's. I'm in school. Remember, I'm still taking my classes at TSU. My certifications. Can you hear me now?
No, it's still very low. I have my volume all the way up, but your audio is always incredible, by the way. But today,
I'm in the building, and we have
okay.
time off because of the weather. The weather is bad here, so I guess everyone is running late. So I thought, hey, let me get on Clubhouse because usually school starts at 8. So we're a little bit past that. Can you hear me now? Sounds better?
Just a little better, but not as good as it always is. But we will take it. Everyone on YouTube says it's very low. So if you have headphones, maybe try taking them off and just speaking directly. That might help.
No, I don't have it.
Okay, no problem. Go ahead. I would love to hear your perspectives.
Yeah, leadership and teamwork. they all go hand in hand. I think for me, leadership is usually something that has to be.
Hey, Eric, it's really low. I wonder if you want to jump in and out of Clubhouse. That might help, actually. And then let's go to Stella. Stella, did we hear from you? I think we were able to hear from
Can you hear me now?
I hear you now. It's really good. I think we should hear from Eric because he was about to get in class and then come back to you, Stella, if that's okay. So, Eric, let's hear your voice. Thank you so much, Stella.
Okay, I left and came back. Is this better?
It's like day and night.
Oh man, let me walk out of this building. Give me well hopefully you can hear me, but
it's much better.
Like
just keep going.
Yeah, like I was saying, leadership and teamwork usually at some point they go hand in hand, because to be a fine leader and to be somebody who can be looked as a leader, you have to be with peers or coworkers or friends that have known you for a while, and they know that you're the person that does the right thing when no one is looking, a person of integrity, and all those qualities that makes one a leader, right? And so for leadership, it just goes without saying, and somebody who's well, you do not have to know everything, okay? And that's one thing I want to say about leadership. But the qualities that make you or make someone choose you to be the leader is what you need to have. You don't have to be the smartest person in the building. You don't have to be the most popular person, but you have to be a person that can put a great team of other smart individuals, people with different psychological mindsets, and be able to get those people to work together. That's the key. In terms of teamwork, teamwork is inevitable because you can't do it alone. But one of the things that I usually dive into when it comes to teamwork is who's in the team for the team and who's joining the team for their own individual selfishness, right? And those are the other aspects of how do you tackle that. But for someone like me, teamwork has I have to have a team in the things that I do. And sometimes you get to a point where you do set up a team, but some of those people in the team are in there for different reasons. And so that comes down to how do you set systems in places to make sure that your proprietary information, etc., can be protected. Number one. Number two, that you do have confidence in yourself that if somebody's nefarious in the team, okay, that they're just to take and not give back into the team. That you are very strong and you have a very good backbone that you can succeed. But teamwork, you cannot do it alone. There's many examples I could share, but for the sake of the room and time and giving other people spaces to hear their insights, I just want to say that it is inevitable to have people in the team that bring different values, different insight, different mindsets. Believe it or not, even sometimes you also need the comedians in the team to keep everyone smiling and laughing and make whatever project you're on to be that much more exciting. And so teamwork is very inevitable. And I'll I'll give up the mic right now and listen to others, and then maybe fill in when I can until my class starts. Thank you, Simon.
Thank you so much, Eric. It's always refreshing hearing your perspectives. And thank you so much for squeezing the time to join and support, the space today. It means a lot. Now, for Innocent and Oliver, thank you for joining us. We host this space every day. This is the Daily African Proverbs. We bring in new African proverbs every single day since 2021 January. And today we are discussing a proverb from Madagascar. We are also live streaming this conversation on YouTube, so you can join me right there through the link at the top of the room. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. We've learned quite a bit about this proverb. We've been here for a little over 30 minutes, and the proverb says, cross the river in a crowd and the crocodile won't eat you. Cross the river in a crowd and the crocodile will not eat you. The basis of our conversation today is around teamwork. Why building a business is hard work and takes a lot of time, dedication, sacrifices, a lot of effort. And also why building a successful business, institution, or a brand, or even a family, or even a community depends with the kind of team that you've built around that idea, around that business, around that Clubhouse event, around that YouTube series that you're putting out. In terms of content, if you're just doing content without a team behind it, a lot of the time you'll be alone. And sometime in producing the Daily African Proverbs, sometime I'm alone. I find myself in this Clubhouse room just alone, talking by myself. I have been okay with that, and I'm also okay with that sometime, because I know that I have to let my team rest and recover before we continue on with the journey. But I do know that according to what we are learning today, there's no shortcut when it comes to teamwork. There are 5 lessons that I noted and shared at the beginning of our conversation, and I'm going to share them in a moment here with you, but I do want to read a few comments that I find really interesting. The first one here is from Roger Tan, who says he can't talk at the moment, he's in the room with us, but teamwork is inevitable, especially it's true in the software industry. The sheer size of commercial software projects today means that the days of a single developer going it alone are over. Teams are the way to go. So thank you so much, Roger. Roger typically joins us from Singapore. And then Innocent, nice to see you again. I just want to read one comment from YouTube as well. This comment is from Steve. Steve, who is on the stage with us and spoke earlier. And I think, Innocent, you might relate to this. Steve was saying that this proverb and this conversation reminds him of the Kiswahili saying that kidole kimoja hakivunji chawa. Steve, did I say it correctly? I just want to make sure.
Yes, you said it correctly, Simon.
Yeah, so we've been learning a lot, and here are the 5, lessons that I'm hoping we can take away by the end of our time together today. Number 1, teamwork is the key to success. There's no shortcut about teamwork. Number 2, the benefits of teamwork are endless. I shared a few examples, so if you're just joining us, you can listen to the first 15 minutes of today's episode. Number 3, you can't do everything yourself. You need others to help you. Even if you're strong and wise and people tell you that you're a genius, you will get exhausted and you'll be burned out if you're trying to do it all by yourself. Then number 4, some people have more expertise than others, and those kinds of people, once you identify them, you need to empower them. You need to give them all the resources that you can give in order for them to become even better and become a resource for your organization so that they can provide more value for you and the community. And then number 5, you'll create, if you can create an environment where everyone in your team feels that they have a voice, feels that they have a say in the growth of your organization or in the growth of your business, or the initiative that you're doing, then people will begin coming up with solutions. As a father of 3 girls. Yes. Go ahead.
I wanted to see if you could even add another part, right? Which is the success of the team is a result of the leadership qualities of the head of the team. Because it's the head of the team that keeps them connected, keeps them focused on the goal, and listens to them, whether it's a moment when they're tired and can't continue, or they're losing sight of the goal, or it's just challenging. The head of the team really has a lot of work in terms of kind of like, how you have a nucleus group, you have all these lines, nodes across to the outer layer of the circle. So the team leader has to make sure he's keeping all these lines operating so that the team succeeds. I think that's very, very important. We always wonder, okay, there seem to be good people working there. Why is nothing changing in that environment? And sometimes it's because the head of the team lacks that skill or hasn't fully understood what their role is in keeping this team succeeding. So I thought I would add that. Thank you.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. So the number 6 lesson is that we should just pay attention and recognize that the success of the team is also in the leadership skills of the team leader. I agree with that. Thank you, Sensors. So, as we have another 20 minutes before the end of our conversation today, I am going to turn off hand raising. I want to invite you, Kendra and Kirabo and Prof, to join us. But we have Adonis on the stage. Adonis, we are discussing the meaning and the importance of teamwork and why teamwork is inevitable. But we are being guided by an amazing proverb from Madagascar. As always, here in the Daily African Proverbs, we bring in African wisdom. We find African proverbs from across the continent, and we try to understand what is it saying to us, what is it teaching us, especially in this day and age. And so this proverb says, cross the river in a crowd and the crocodile won't eat you. What does this mean to you, especially when it comes to teamwork? And Adonis, this question is to you.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Simon. It's a pleasure to be here today. Really, when we talk about teamwork, it always reflects something that is in the book you can see me holding there. It's Adonis from Kampala, Uganda. And I have really happiness almost of the time when we interact in this club and when I get a chance to join.
Adonis,
And
get
I
closer
say
to your
that
mic a little.
the question is, okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you. I just want us to hear you even better. Okay, Adonis, whenever you're ready, keep going. I just wanted to be able to hear you better. So if you can, keep going. Okay. Yeah, audio sometimes is very challenging with Clubhouse. And if you don't speak close enough to your microphone, it's not audible, especially for those who are listening to us on YouTube. So I just try to encourage all the speakers. One tip that I can give you for the future, especially if you're on Clubhouse, is if you go to the top right corner of the Clubhouse app, there are 3 dots. If you press them, they'll give you an option to enhance your audio quality. There are a few other things you can see there, but audio quality is what you should go to and press high quality. It's really great. Adonis, carry on. Okay, so we're having communication challenges there with Adonis. We are going to continue on with our conversation today. Welcome, Gerald, and also welcome, Bitukan. We are discussing a Madagascar proverb, and we are learning the importance of teamwork. I want to come to you, Stella. I've been jumping and skipping and missing you. Now we are at you. We are with you. Share with us your perspectives on this proverb. I think you know it much more. You've interacted with it much more than many people. So share your perspectives, what this proverb means to you, and also what teamwork means to you.
Thanks, Simon. Can you hear me now?
I hear you very well, Stella.
Okay, thank you. I want to agree with those who have spoken before me. Teamwork is very important in life. Growing up, I would see that when I was a young person, younger than now, I would see that when we wake up, someone would uh, make breakfast, one person would do the dishes, another one makes the house clean. And at the end of the day, you find that at least someone did something so that not one person is burdened with all the household chores. And that is really important. Again, when you look at farming, especially here in Africa
and even in Kenya, and even in my motherland here in Luo land, we find that farming is a very important activity. And for you to harvest, to make a good harvest, you have to involve people. You can't do it alone, season in, season out. So basically, teamwork is very important in every aspect of life, in almost everything. So that's my perspective on today's proverb. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Stella. It's true. It's true that you can't go farming on your own, and it's definitely an excellent example of why teamwork is important. I appreciate your support and contribution. Adonis, I would love to hear you just one more time. Okay, so we'll go all the way to Patty. Patty, how are you doing? And today we are talking about the importance of teamwork and why teamwork is inevitable. We've shared 5 reasons. We now have 6 reasons why teamwork is really critical to the success of any institution. But we are being guided by an amazing proverb here from Madagascar that says, cross the river in a crowd and the crocodile won't eat you. What comes to your mind when you hear this amazing proverb, and what are your thoughts about teamwork?
Good morning, Simon. I unfortunately missed your reading of the proverb. Will you just read it one more time for me?
Yes, of course. The proverb says, cross the river in a crowd and the crocodile will not eat you. Cross the river in a crowd and the crocodile will not eat you. This proverb is from Madagascar.
Thank you. Yeah, this kind of hits home and how my new change has come about, because I've been solo for years since I started my business. I thought I could do it all on my own. I think I did a pretty good job, but it was a struggle. And it wasn't until I started building my teams that I noticed significant difference in not only the outcome, my creativity, my ability to look at things from another point of view. I think we all come with certain strong feelings or thoughts or ideas that our way is the only way. And I've learned through success and failure that my more success comes when I involve other people in my mission. And I recently, as you know, Simon, I recently moved to Panama about exactly a month ago, yesterday. And I joined a team, an international team, no less. The teams that I've worked with in the States were multi-state. We usually communicated via phone or webinar. Now I'm boots on the ground here and have a team at my disposal to help me be the better me, quite honestly, and also share their experiences. And my confidence level has been elevated to a whole nother level as a result of it. The greatest part of it is I'm around a lot of people that are a lot smarter than me. So it's even an added value. And I would agree with the proverb. There's safety in numbers. The old saying, it takes a village to raise a child. I'm sure there are others out there that would be along the same lines that you're sharing today, Simon. But again, for some, childhood trauma, without getting too deep, led me on that course that only I can do this. I need to be in control. I'm the only one that can do this and take care of myself. And I'm 60 years old, and maturity has taught me that, it's not just me And that would include, a higher power or some other support, that's there for me, that I can ask for help. And now that I can include people of my industry in it, it's just changed the game a lot, Simon. So this definitely rings home with me this morning.
Wow, thank you so much, Patty. What time is it in Panama, by the way?
It is almost 9 a.m. in the morning. It's 8:51. I'm on Central Time now with the time zone change just kicked in. So I'm actually kind of made a few mistakes yesterday sending out calendar invites. So how about you? What time is it where you are?
It's 6:51, so it's almost 7 a.m. in the morning here in Seattle, Washington. Yeah, it's always nice hearing your voice and just listening to your perspectives. And I just sent you a WhatsApp message. I'll coordinate a call between you, me, and Steve, if possible today or tomorrow. I know I've done a terrible job with that, so forgive me. And now back.
No worries, Simon.
Thank you so much. Back to our conversation here, where we are discussing why teamwork is inevitable. Before I continue, I just want to make sure, Adonis, your voice is heard. Now, unmute and share with us your perspectives if you're able to at the moment. Okay. And the last suggestion, Adonis, because we are finishing in 8 minutes, is you get out of Clubhouse and come back again. I see. Adonis is in Uganda, and he's saying that he's having internet challenges as we speak. So we will unfortunately might not hear your amazing perspectives. But for those who are just joining us, we've been here for almost 1 hour. And this session is recorded for the African Father in America podcast, which is available across all podcasting platforms. About an hour after our time here together, you can catch that conversation on Amazon Music, on on YouTube, of course, on Apple Music, on Apple Podcast, on all the your favorite podcasting platforms, and also they have a new book, Rooted in Love, and you can grab a copy of it through the link tree on my profile on Instagram or on Twitter. And I want to just share some of the 5 takeaways, in addition to a nice takeaway that Sense has added here for us. Before we wrap up, these are the takeaways from our conversation in regards to why teamwork is inevitable. I'll start with what Sense has shared, which is the quality of the team leader determines how strong the team becomes, and also determines how successful the organization or the business becomes. Number 2, teamwork is the key. There's no shortcut about it. So you either figure it out early enough or you figure it out later. And then number 3, the benefits of teamwork are endless. And I was able to share a few examples. If you listened to the earlier part of this conversation, you probably learned some of those stories that I shared. And then number 4, you can't do everything yourself. You need others to help. And Patty shared with us a really beautiful example of her own situation with this particular point. Number 5, some people have more expertise, and that means that we should create space for them to grow and become reliable resources for our organizations or our businesses. And then finally, if you create an environment where everyone on your team feels that they have a voice, then you are fostering innovation, and that marks the moment where your organization or your business begins to thrive, begins to grow, because everybody understands that we are in this together. We have to be creative, we have to be innovative in order for this ship not to sink, but for it to continue sailing towards its destination. So I also just want to recognize Cornelia, who just joined us. I'll just bring you up so that you can say hi and introduce yourself. We are in the tail end of our conversation, and I just want to give you a chance to share your voice around this proverb: cross the river in a crowd and the crocodile won't eat you. If you have time, join us. If you don't, we can hear your voice another time. But today has been an amazing time together, and I really thank you for taking an hour of your time to listen to this important lesson that we are taking from this Madagascar proverb: cross the river in a crowd and the crocodile won't eat you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments when you hear this proverb. If you're watching on YouTube, share your thoughts in the comments. And also, if you were unable to be here with us and you just have time for Instagram, you can also leave your thoughts on my Instagram account. And we'll see you tomorrow. Wednesdays are also giveaway days here in the African Father in America podcast. We will be hosting Chioma Sheri, who is a poet and a writer and a creative. We will be giving a copy of Rooted in Love. We've been doing that for the last 3 weeks. And as I said earlier, Rooted in Love is my first book. It's available across all online bookstores. If you want a signed copy, let me know in the back channel and I'll be able to ship it to you. Thank you again. Thank you to each one of you. Thank you, Eric. I hope the class that you have today goes well, and have a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you so much.
African Father in America. Tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze. Tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze. Africa, tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze. America. Tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze.
You are listening to African Father in America podcast by Simon Javan Okelo, live from Seattle, Washington.